The 5-minute exam ritual every student should know to keep their brain calm before exams. I know that before going for exams, the brain is like, a storm is happening inside the brain. Heart is racing, some panic is happening, heartbeats are fast, maybe the tremors. Or there is a feeling that, oh, I read it yesterday, but I cannot remember this today. And all this chaotic mind is getting ready for the exam, and then you get the question paper. And this 5 minute of your brain status determines whether you are going to forget or you are going to write with precision. You have prepared for the whole year, you have done all your best possible ways, and just before writing the exam, if the brain shuts down or goes into the freeze mode, then you are not able to remember what you have read, or you stay in a confused and panicked mind. Now, throughout my uh, clinical practice for so many years, I have seen that children whose brain is for those 5 minutes before exam is stable, it's not because they are intelligent, but because they have learned to keep their regulation, nervous regulation, intact or calm. That determines their performance in the exam. So I can tell with certainty that when you utilize this 5 minutes for your good, you're going to be certain, clear, and you're going to remember whatever you have read. Not only remember, but because your logical brain is intact when your mind is calm, you can use your logical brain also to integrate the learnings and write down what the question is, because sometimes the questions are tricky. Okay. So today I want to teach you a simple ritual you can use right before the exam, maybe before entering the exam hall, or whenever you get the question paper in your hand. And I call this as a brain on button, because before you begin writing, your brain must be online, present in the moment. The questions you are solving, you should be present there, right? And this is not motivation, this is absolutely neuroscience. Brain has brain on and off, and it is your choice whether to keep that brain on active when the question paper is in the hand. Let's see first that why brain freezes and why it is not your fault. If your mind has ever suddenly gone blank and completely in a shutdown mode, then please hear this carefully, because this is really going to help you. Your brain is not failing you. Your brain is trying to protect you. When pressure rises, a small alarm center in the brain activates the stress response, and your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes shallow, and the stress hormones increase. That's what happens in the body. It's all alarming, and brain gets the signal that something is danger, I am not safe. What happens? For survival, brain shifts the energy from memory to the survival. And that is why answers you knew just one night before the exam, when the question paper in the hand, you are struggling to recollect. That is what happens in the brain. And it's not your fault. Brain is in the survival mode, in the protection. So, what is the assuring part is brain requires safety signal. So when you give that signal to your brain, thinking returns. And in less than 5 minutes, all this reassuring your brain can happen. And here comes the brain on button ritual. Now, before you look at the question paper, remember this one important line. Press your brain on button, slow the breath, feet grounded, one question at a time. Now, let me guide you through it, all this. And you can even practice this today so your brain recognizes it during the exam. You can even practice this while studying so that the habit loops get formed for the brain on button. This habit loop will be breathe, ground, focus, recall, steady. And let's see these 5 steps in detail. Number 1, slow breath. What to do here? Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. And exhale slowly through your mouth as if you're blowing the straw like this for 6 seconds. Inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6 seconds. Now, why this works? Because the longer exhale activates the calming system of your body and tells your brain there is no danger, I am safe, I can think. There is no danger, I am safe, I can think. And slowly repeat this sentence in your mind that my body is calming, my brain is clear. Whenever you are doing that inhalation and exhalation, my body is calming and my brain is clear. During this 5 cycle repetition, you are doing this repetition. Now let's see the step 2, which is grounding. Feel your feet touching the floor. Press thumb and fingers together lightly. And roll your shoulder once. Now, what happens in this is the brain, which was here and there, an anxious brain, which is, either in the future. What if I don't remember? What if the question paper is difficult? What if something happens and my brain becomes blank or I go into panic? What if, right? So, this all what if is in the future, but grounding brings your brain into the where performance is actually happening. So tell yourself while feeling the feet, connection with the ground and the support of the ground, the way ground is supporting. Say yourself, I'm here, I'm steady, I'm ready. I'm here, I'm steady, I'm ready. And the next step, number 3, focus the mind. Instead of worrying about the entire paper, give your brain a simple instruction or a direction. One question at a time. One question at a time. Now, why this works? The brain handles challenges better when they are broken into small, clear steps. So the structure reduces the panic. Anchor this thought inside you. Feeling, I will handle one question at a time. One question, then the next question. One question, then the next. So bring that focus on only one question at a time. Number four, prime your memory. Quickly remind yourself of three topics you revised well. You don't have to go into detail of those topics. Just remind yourself that I have prepared these three topics well. So your brain is getting the signal that I have prepared. Some, you know, kind of relaxation and self belief happens. And it also activates the neural pathways linked to competence and recall. So the brain, which was in the anxiety and panic mode, is coming back to the memory. You are taking your brain to memory and bringing it back to the performance, right? So you can see that brain comes from the fear or panic mode to the memory mode, from the self doubt to the self belief. Say to yourself, my memory is available to me. My memory is available to me. And now the fifth and the final step, steady the emotion. Repeat quietly inside, feeling anxious is natural. I can still perform. There is the cool tension and good anxiety, which helps you to increase your speed and performance in the exam. So you don't need to go zero anxiety to do well. Some amount of anxiety is needed to perform, right? You simply need that anxiety is not taking over you, it's not controlling you. So when you stop fighting the feeling, the brain settles fast. Instead of fighting, accept the fact that some kind of tension, which is the cool tension, which is good, and some amount of anxiety is there to help me to perform well in the exam. Memorize this 10-second version. If you remember nothing else, remember this mental sequence. Pause, breathe slow, brain on. One question at a time. Pause, breathe slow, brain on. One question at a time. Simple, clear, and powerful. Pause, breathe slow, brain on. One question at a time. And run the sequence before every exam. Let it become your mental reflex. When you do it again and again and again, it is going to become your mental reflex, and calm is going to become your brain status before it. Something I want every student to remember, that an exam do not test your self-worth, how worthy you are as a person. Exam cannot test. It only measures your preparation on one particular day and how you reproduce it, recollect it, how you are going to write it. That's what exam assesses. No question paper can define your intelligence, your future, or who you are becoming. Your job is not perfection, not to be perfect in the exam, writing the. Your job is presence, your calm and confident presence. When the brain is steady, knowledge becomes accessible. So, calm is not something you are born with. Calm is a skill, and you can develop that skill by repeating this practice and these kind of practices. And students who learn to regulate their brain do not just perform better in the exams, but they walk into interview with confidence. They handle pressures and complicated problems with maturity. They make clear decisions in life. So before your next exam, pause and press your brain on button, because now you know that, right? So you do not try to control the exam. Instead, focus on what is in your hand. Your brain is in your hand, and learn to steady the brain that is writing that exam. I wish you the clarity, calm, and quiet confidence for exam. Before you go, I would like to tell you that I have created a useful PDF for you. Whenever you are stressed, you can consider this as your companion, return to it, read it, learn it, and bring back yourself to the calmness. Wish you all the best. And if you want that copy of PDF, you can type in the message box, send me, type in the message box, send me, and our team will share it.